And welcome back to the channel. On this video I'm going to be riding the King Bull Hunter 2.0. You see it right there. But that's not the bike I want to talk about. So let's hop on and I'll tell you what I want to talk about on this video. So we all have interest in e-bikes, or you probably wouldn't be watching this channel. And more than likely you probably own at least one e-bike. And even though us e-bike owners, you know, you can only ride one bike at a time, we're always interested. I think we are anyway. I am, and I'm pretty sure you guys out there as well are the same. You're always interested in other bikes, right? Even though you have your bike, you're always keeping an eye on other bikes that are out there, and you probably have interest in other bikes, right? So I'm going to tell you the bike has my attention and has had my attention since it came out. And so I guess you could say right now, if I was going to purchase a bike and had the money to do it, because it's not cheap, no e-bike is cheap, I think I know the one I would want. And the one that has my attention is the Mini Goat e-bike from Goat Power Bikes. And I'm going to tell you why that has my interest. First of all, it's the style of bike that I like. It's not the bike I would buy for pedaling, so that would be a throttle-only bike for myself anyway. I would know that going in, that that's going to be a bike that I'm just going to throttle. The bike I'm on today is a pedal bike. I pedal it. But, so it has my interest because it's the style I like. I like the, if you want to call it like a moped style or mini bike style in this case, I like those. That's probably just me, right? You might like something else. You might like a cruiser style bike or something else. But anyway, so I like that. I'm going to crank my pedal assist up to 3 here. So I like that style of bike. It looks to me great. And then you start to look at what it has to offer. So it's a powerful bike. So if you're not into bikes that go a little bit faster, then you're not going to like this bike, right? So strike that off of your list. But if even though you're not always going to ride it, or very rarely going to ride it fast, I still like the quick bikes. I just like knowing that if I need the speed, it's there for me, you know. See if I can sneak by this car. So it's definitely got the speed. It's got more than enough speed. I think if you get a bike that can go 35 miles an hour, that's plenty enough, right? But that bike will do over 50 miles an hour. They're even advertising it 55 to 60 miles an hour. It's 72 volt, and that to me is intriguing. I know you probably don't need 72 volt, but still, I have not even tried a 72 volt bike before. So that's intriguing to me, and definitely has my interest. Like I say, it's got all the power in the world. It's fast. I think it's 175 newton meters of torque. I like the fact that the seat isn't a gazillion inches high. I'm only 5'9", so I think the seat height is 29.5, which is awesome. It's got 16-inch wheels. So the wheels are a little bit smaller. But it's a small bike that packs a big punch. And you can get it in a 30 amp, 40 amp, or 50 amp hour battery. It's $2,900 only for the 30 amp hour battery. It's $3,150 for the 40 amp, and then it's $3,600 for the 50. I think if I had the money, I'd go all the way up to the 50 amp. Then they also have a battery that you can get, an additional battery that sits on your bike there, just like a gas tank right here in the top center of your bike on the frame there. And that battery you can get is $900, $899. It's only 20 amp hour, but it does come with the blender, and that would actually give you another 20 amp hour to make you 70. That would be pretty nice, right? Because if you're riding a bike like that, I always say a bike that you're going to only throttle, I'm going to put down my pedal assist to 2 now because I'm going too quickly here through this area. Anyway, if you're riding a bike that you're only throttling, I always say 1 amp hour is 1 mile. So if you've got, in that case, 70 amp hour of battery, you should be able to go, I believe, 70 miles, or pretty close. For sure you could go 50, even at a pretty good speed, you know, if you're hitting that throttle pretty hard. So yeah, I like the look of it too. I like that. It reminds me a little bit in the looks of the Brute from Spark Cycle Works, but I like the look of this better than the Brute. Hey, I'll say one thing about the Brute that I like is I like they got new ones out that are black in color. Kind of liking that. But anyway, let me know, maybe you own a Mini Goat, and how do you like it? Because any of the reviews I've read or watched the videos on it, and I've seen several, I've not heard too many negative things. I mean, that's pretty popular. It's well liked. It seems to get good reviews, so it's definitely got my attention. And if you're happy with the 30 amp hour battery, $2,900, that's not terribly priced. And even with the big battery, the 50 amp hour, if you didn't buy the additional 20 amp hour, if you went with the 50 amp hour at $3,600, a pretty good deal. I do actually have a code, a discount code, where you can save 5% on the bike as well. I'll leave that in the link. So that's the bike that definitely has my attention. If you're wondering, hey, what is on Tennessee biker Mark's mind as far as a future bike or one that piques his interest, that one piques my interest. I do like, as many of you probably already know this, if you're a regular to the channel, there is one I like out of Canada. It's the Beachman. It's the Beachman 64. It's a retro style, definitely motorcycle looking bike. Well, so is the Mini Goat. Looks like a motorcycle, I guess you could say. I don't think I wanted to go this way. I'm going to do a U-E. I think I want to go down this road a little bit more. If you're tall, let's say, you're not like me, 5'9", you might want a bike that's larger, so you might want to go for the King Goat. The King Goat is definitely a higher seat. I believe it's something like 34 inches or something. It's quite a bit higher. It's got bigger wheels and it flies. I think the torque is over 300 Newton meters, and the thing has a top speed of 70 miles an hour. So, and the price is, it comes with a 40 amp hour battery. I don't know if there's options. I don't think there is for other size batteries, but the 40 amp hour battery is $3,800. You know, not terribly priced either. I think it's probably pretty fair when you think about it, with what's out there. 72 volt, that would really fly, I tell you. 70 miles an hour. I wouldn't want or need a bike that goes anywhere near that kind of speed. For me, like I say, 35 to 40 miles an hour is way more than enough. Even at those speeds, I would only use that very occasionally, depending on where I am riding, and if I was trying to keep up with traffic and was in a, you know, a sketchy area. Let me know in the comments though what bike intrigues you. I'm sure you got something out there. The other one that's intriguing to me and has been for a while is the Scout, wired Scout. It's funny about wired. They get, it's a mixed bag, you know, like I'll read and hear about, I've tried a wired Freedom before and I had no problem with the bike when I tried it out. I thought it was fine. But I only rode it for a minute or two. It wasn't for very long, just a little test ride on it. But, you know, you read or watch video on it and people either love that bike or they really slam it and the company. So I don't know. I think it's tough, to be honest with you, to know what's what for sure until you actually get the bike yourself. And you gotta, in some cases, you kind of got to take a chance, because how do you know? You know, we have no idea. When I got into this, I had no idea what was what. I'll tell you one thing, there was a lot less bikes to choose from than there are today. You know, I wasn't able to pick and choose from a whole bunch of bikes when I first got into this, so it's definitely come a long way from that. But I don't know. I still think the wired Scout would be one, because I like the step through. That one is intriguing to me. They also have the Predator, but I think that's too much with the dual motor. You don't need. I would save my money, and I think I would be fine with the, especially around here, there's no real hills too much that I've had to come upon, at least so far. So I'd be probably more than happy with the Scout as opposed to the Predator. But if you're in an area that's very hilly and you need that extra oomph, then yeah, I would say the Predator is going to be a beast for you. I know there's other bikes out there like the Musician, same thing. I hear people say good things. I don't know, I guess people are getting the bike now, and then I hear negatives. So, and I can't really say because I don't know. I have read in a little bit of research that I did that there are some red flags with the company, but honestly, I don't know enough about it to really say. When you're buying pre-order bikes, and I've said this before in previous videos, it's a risk. Even with the companies that are established, I think these days it's a risk. Like, I didn't see Electric Bike Company going down like they did, so you know, I did not see that one coming, so you just never know. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes with these companies, you know, with financially and all. Especially this day and age, nothing is really stable and secure, especially in the e-bike world. All right, well, that's going to do it for this video. I wanted to talk a little bit about what bike has my attention out there. The Mini Goat is the one. Let me know in the comments the bike that's intriguing to you, what has your attention. So that's going to do it for this video. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, thank you very much. Just hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And if you want to leave a comment on this video or any others that you've seen on the channel, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Once again, thank you for joining me on this video, and until next time, be safe everyone, and keep your wheels on the road. See you later.